What's good, YouTube people? Today I wanted to talk about budget knives, which ones out of these that I have would I want to keep if I could only keep 5 of them. So first, let's get rid of some here. The Ozark Trail. It's a good knife for 10 bucks, but there's better options out there for sure. One I like, a company I like a lot, the Vosteed Raccoon Cub. Just a little too small if I'm only going to have 5 of them. It is an awesome little knife though. What else can I just get off the table here? It's a Travisa. Not sure what the name of this model is, but it being a front roll, that Japanese style rollover. It's a cool knife. 14C 28N. Wood handles, but for EDC, that front roll just isn't what I would want to keep if I was only keeping 5 of them. Next one, the SRM, the clip point blade, just isn't what I usually find has the best for EDC. In that same breath, you can go ahead and get rid of the Artisan Cutlery Revel, Ray Laconico design, plunge lock, AR, RPM 9 steel. Awesome knife, good lockup for a plunge lock. Just doesn't get carried often. So let's do a keeper. The Kizer Drop Bear 2 with the top liner lock, AEBL steel. These come in at like 50 bucks, but a lot of times they're on sale on Amazon. You got a ton of jimping right up in there, and then a little more right up there at the top. I can get it to focus. Button. Top liner lock. Awesome knife. If you're looking for a budget knife or just a knife in general, I would highly recommend the Kizer Drop Air 2, specifically the top liner lock. In that breath, we'll get rid of the Kizer Nice Guy because I just think the Drop Air 2 is worth the extra 10 bucks or whatever it costs to get, but you do get the jimping. This is just a standard liner lock. I do prefer the button top liner, and about the same size Drop Air, so slightly bigger. We can also get rid of the Mini Praxis. It's a cool knife. Just a normal liner lock, basic knife. Only jimping is that tiny little bit right there, but if you like it, it is a good knife. Another one to keep. Let's do the Dream Tech. This is a Dream Tech. I think they're going to be a big knife company in 2026. Their premium stuff and their budget stuff is all seems to be high quality. This one is the roundhouse lock. It is a liner lock with a pivot button. D2 steel. I think these go around 30 to 40 bucks. They're pretty awesome for what they are. Get rid of the MIGURON. Not sure which name this one went by, but it is a cool, nice knife. D2 steel, G10 handles, fuller, and the back flipper. MIGURON just has better options in the $30 price range, the $50 price range. but this is still a very good knife. Another one we can remove, this Travisa here, the Antil something, can't remember the name, 14C 28N, right about 50 bucks. Back flipper, fuller, liner lock. Nice knife. I like the blade shape on it. Really comfortable in your hand, but if I can only keep 5, it's probably not going to make the list. Next one I'm going to have to keep, the Rhino. This thing is fidgety. You got the button. It is a liner lock with the button to move it out of the way there. You got the front roll that's a little stiff on these. Thumb studs. Fuller. This one is the D2 G10. They also have 14C and micarta, which goes is about 55. Both are awesome, but under 50, the D2 version. Another one that we can get rid of. Get rid of this DreamTech. This one's actually hard for me to get rid of. It's one I use a lot. This one just stays kind of on my nightstand. Uses it for opening packages, all sorts of stuff. So this one actually might get the most use out of all of them. It's aluminum with a kind of like an orange peel texture, and then D2 steel. It's an awesome size, nice little gentleman's carry, if you will. But if I'm only keeping 5. Next one. Get rid of the Pyrite Light. It's an awesome knife. It's a FRN, I believe, on the handles. AR RPM 9 steel. Very good knife. Warncliffe style blade. But the plunge lock, when we have all these other options, I just feel like there's other ones that I would prefer to keep. Next up, get rid of this Kubi. I love this knife. It's very nice in the hand. Got a nice little spot there for your thumb, but it's just another liner lock. And I think there's a liner lock out here that I'm going to end up keeping. Not a huge fan of jade. I don't know. Just not my style, I guess. But Kubi does make some awesome knives, and this is definitely one of them. Next, get rid of the Best Techman Cicadas wing. 10 CR on the blade. Very thin blade. Good for slicing. This one's got the bronze PVD with the green G10. It's a very nice knife. I just feel like the crossbar is a little loose. You get that kind of mushy action. I don't really like that. But overall, it's a solid knife, solid lock. Just that action on it is not my favorite. Next one I'm going to keep. Gotta keep a penguin, right? This one is the shredded carbon fiber D2 V2 penguin. I love me a penguin. I got quite a few in my collection of knives. This one is the most budget version I have. I actually used to have a $30 version. This one comes in at like $45. $30 one I gave to my dad though. Awesome knife. So now, do I want to have one of these bigger knives? I think I do. It's always nice to have a bigger knife in the collection, but this right here is a discontinued Kizer, I believe. This is the Aggressor collab with Assassin knives. This knife wouldn't be going anywhere. It's a rich light on the handles, rich light backspacer, liner lock, front roll. It's one of the flippiest front rolls I've ever had. But since it is discontinued and you wouldn't really be able to purchase it unless you found one just randomly in stock, that'll be my bonus. So this one we got the Critical Strike Zulu VG10 steel with a button liner lock as well. This one has a lockout switch, so you can't depress the button when the switch is up, switch is down. You can shut the blade. This one here, you got the Petrified Fish Viper crossbar lock. Decent stiffness on the crossbar. This one does have, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it at this angle, but this one does have slots to adjust the tension strength of the crossbar. So if you wanted to make it a little bit tighter, you could. I have not taken it apart. This one's fine the way it is for me. But K110 steel, not sure if I had said that. It's a cool knife. So on the Critical Strike Zulu, when you lock it out, you still get just a little bit of movement on that liner, which I don't really like. Overall, the knife is awesome, but I do think if I had to pick one, I'm gonna go with the Petrified Fish Viper. Love that blade shape. Very easy to get on things. You can use that belly to make some cuts. Point comes down very easily. So there it is. Petrified Fish Viper for my larger carry. The Kizer Drop Bear 2 is honestly the most carried knife I probably have at this point. The Dream Tech. This one is the D4134. If anybody ends up watching this and wants to try to find one. It's also got the toothpick if you need yourself a toothpick. Solid knife. I'm pretty happy with what I've seen out of Dream Tech. And then the Remet Rhino, which is one knife that I think if you like knives, you should just have a Remet Rhino. You got access to the liner, button for the liner, solid knife. Then the QSP Penguin. This one is the version 2, but the version 1s, version 2s, glide locks, all of them come in under $50. And then you can go more premium into the $100, $200 range, depending on what you want to spend and how much you like it. I really like that shredded carbon fiber. And then the bonus, discontinued Kizer Aggressor. Thank you guys if you end up watching it all. If you have any critiques or want to just post what you would pick as your budget knives down in the comments, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.